Many pioneers and non-pioneers have been wondering what the price of Bitcoin will be after the mainnet. As a crypto analyst, I did my best to forecast the price after launching the mainnet. So today, I'll be displaying a specific podcast where I believe the PiCore team answers this question, and others tend to know in depth about the Pi network. Please, I beg you, watch this video all the way through so you don't miss out. Welcome to the Crypto Market channel, where you can stay updated on the latest Pi network news. Suppose you're interested in anything related to the Pi network. In that case, this is the place to subscribe to stay up to date on the latest Pi network news and predictions, as well as the crypto world. Please click the like button if you want us to send you more Pi network news. Finally, in the comments section below, add the Pi network to the moon. Let's get started. We're pleased to have you with us this afternoon, Nicolas. He is the founder of Pi Network. Nicolas, welcome to our program. Thank you very much for having me. I want to begin with your thought as to what it is about the Pi Network. If you had to explain it to a novice, that makes it unique and advantageous for crypto investors and miners. What do you think about? Thanks for this question, Dorian. So Pi is accessible to everyone out there. People can mine it by themselves using their mobile phones. So as long as you have a mobile device, you can participate. And then, once you have mined it, and eventually, especially when we migrate everyone to the mainnet, which we can talk about later, you can use that currency to perform various activities on the network, which we call utilities, Pi applications, and other things. And the beauty of this is that even people who wouldn't be able to participate in this process, imagine someone in a country where they wouldn't have a bank account, or they wouldn't be able to. How do you acquire Bitcoin, for example, if you don't have a bank account or have no way to enter? Anyone can join, and then once they enter, they can participate in those activities. They can pay Pi to ask another pioneer for some labor. For example, you can buy goods and services, or you can even get paid for services that you provide for others. Great, that's the excellent insight you gave us on how it works. So what does it mean for the future of mining and crypto mining to have the ability to do this right in the palm of your hands? We think about the stories that are out there in these data centers that are just using so much electricity and energy, and it's so heavy. Still, you guys revolutionize how people can see mine. What does that mean now for the future of mining? This is the way to go, because if you think about it, Bitcoin has proved to the world that it is possible to have a digital currency that works. So the first time that it was implemented, it had to be with the way it was to be succeeded. To succeed, it needed to have servers and be what it is. No matter how we started, now the world operates mobile. We were living in 2000. It's not 2009 anymore, it's 2022, and we're going to the future. So more and more people have exclusively mobile phones, and they don't have computers, or they're using their iPads and mobile devices. So if you were by saying that you have to exclude all those people from the process, then you're already making something very restrictive. Saint, it is the future, and all blockchains think in that direction. Great. Have you raised funding, and how do you guys make money? One important thing to know about Pi is that we avoided it from the beginning. The easy way of making money is by selling the coin through those ICOs in the crypto space. So Pi has never raised any, has never sold any coins for many years now. We've been operating for 3.5 years, and this is an important aspect. This is more natural because companies may be operating, creating utility, and creating their business for several years before they can go on an IPO. And then, all of a sudden, having this unnatural early influx of cash can also create bizarre results. With what we have seen happening, with other news lately that has been communicated. And in terms of Pi, we bootstrapped as much as we could and eventually raised some money as part of a traditional Silicon Valley startup from private investors. I got you. Where do you want to take the company? What's ahead on the road of development, and what can users see in terms of the experience in the next year to 18 months, let's say? Well, the goal is to have a beneficial, widely accessible cryptocurrency that can allow many people to take advantage of the new utilities of blockchain. And by that, I mean a lot of innovation happens with smart money. Once the funds can, some people call it smart contracts. There are multiple ways to think about it. Still, it's the first time in the world that you can have things like micro-escrows, micropayments, or other things that create a new era of possibilities. So Pi is combining those facilities, along with an extensive network of people participating, to create something useful for the world, specifically, for the longer term, as you said, a year and a half and beyond. In the meantime, from now until then, what's important is that we are currently completing KYC for the network members. So Pi will have millions of people who are crypto already and KYC then real people, real accounts on it. So we are currently in the process of doing this. And the goal is that once we have many people who initially have KYC to migrate their balances into their mainnet, they can start exploring and using the currency. I got you. Final question. We've just seen an implosion in the cryptocurrency market and traditional equity markets. Are you concerned about what you see just broadly in the crypto space? And is it good? Is it clearing out the bad apples in the industry and then allowing it to move forward in a better place? What are your thoughts on that? Yeah, it's usually unpleasant to hear that any market may be going up and down simultaneously. It is a natural cycle that happens all the time, and we have seen it in crypto multiple times as well, that there is a cycle. I also agree with the second part of your question. You mentioned that this helps clear out some activities that may happen with the wrong incentives. So things that are less of pointing towards something useful, but more leading the world towards, let's say, games, financial games that they can trick people, that clears out the landscape. But overall, for Pi, as I mentioned earlier, we never sold Pi to any person. Right now, people are spending 1 Pi to request to be KYC by the network. So no one can be sad that the down cycle is here right now because no one bought it at a higher price, and now it's a lower price because no one could buy it. So essentially, to the Pi network, the way the currency is used hasn't been affected by the external market because I can give you an example. Thanks for watching. Kindly subscribe.